this is Showtime's Fight Forum. I'm your host, Showtime. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you hit that subscribe, like, comment, and all that good stuff. Follow me on social medias at Showtime Sanders. Today we're going to do more of our run-on theme of our Mount Rushmore of MMA. Once again, my Mount Rushmore list is not my greatest of all time and who I think is the best. It's more so all based off of credentials and also influence of the MMA community. All right, so I have done lightweights, welterweights, and middleweights. Now it's time for the toughest division to do, which is the light heavyweights. This is tough, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had to leave a lot of people out there that I personally believe deserves to be on there. We have Rampage Jackson, who I wanted to put up here. I believe you can fact check me on this, but I believe he's the first MMA athlete to get a major movie role at 18. Obviously, he was a light heavyweight champion. He went through the gauntlet in Pride. His personality was like so dynamic. It still is to this day. I mean, come on, man. Who doesn't know? And I mean, the chain, the power bombs, everything about Quentin Rampage was just like iconic. So I wanted to put him up here, but I just couldn't. I wanted to. He's definitely on my honorable mention. Another person was Ken Shamrock. Wanted to put him up there. He's a legend. He also was the first person to transfer to WWE, make a career out of that. And then also was, like I said, he competed against Royce Gracie and beat Royce Gracie at one point, I believe. So yeah, it was tough. It was tough coming up with this list. Now, a few people on here was just easy. And let me just go ahead and start off with I'm gonna start off with the easy ones. The first person is the easiest one. John Bones Jones. Easy. I mean, let's be realistic. I shouldn't have to explain why, but I still will. He's the youngest champion ever in the UFC at the age of 23. He was so dynamic in his spinning elbows that everybody does now. Everybody has bit him from these spinning elbows. The slams that he used to do, he was finishing everybody. The top of the crop in his prime. I mean, he was the first person that was sponsored by Nike in the MMA game. I mean, let's just keep it 100. This dude was he was supposed to be what Conor McGregor became as far as the main attraction and the draws. It's just that his off the fight actions kind of cost him for that. But he still makes so much money, like still to this day, even with the antics that he's had. But at the end of the day, he deserves to be on here. He has tied for the most title defenses ever in 11. He has 14 title fight wins. I mean, in reality, he's 26-1, but we all know that one is not a real one. He won that fight. It's just those weird, dumb rules that they got. So, John Jones, easy. He's up there. Number 2 is also very, very easy. Tito Ortiz. I mean, at the end of the day, Tito Ortiz is iconic. He's the dumbest human being in the world. He's top 5, and he's not 2, 3, 4, or 5. But we cannot diminish what he's done as an MMA fighter. He's the first bad boy in MMA. Let's be realistic here. Before the Connors, before the Chael Sonnens, who was there? Tito Ortiz. And he made a legacy from that. Let's keep it 100. He made a legacy off of everybody hating him so much. And he was a troll. He was a troll before people was really trolling on the internet. He did it in person. And he could beat you up about it. Like, he has 5 title defenses as well. Like, he's also a Hall of Famer, bro. Like, I don't know if he actually got inducted, but he is a Hall of Famer. Let's be realistic. His career is good enough to be a Hall of Fame in any, organization. He's been that dominant in his career. Now, my third person is easy as well, and that's his rival. I wouldn't really call him rival because he whipped his ass, both times they fought. Now, I don't want to count the last time because who cared if they were 50? And that is Chuck freaking Liddell. And the same thing goes with Tito when it comes to this, but they both were in movies. They both were main attraction draws, and I think that they were the first pay-per-view stars that the UFC had. I remember as a kid seeing Chuck Liddell, and I thought, oh my God, these are like skinheads that are fighting, and they're crackheads, but he can fight. He's scary. He's kind of scaring me a little bit. But I remember seeing his commercials, and I also remember seeing his promos for fights, and that was the only person I never seen anybody else but Chuck Liddell when it comes to these promos and these fight promos that they had and stuff of that nature. So, and we already know he has, 4 title defenses. He had that right hand that literally will put you to sleep. He had the celebration of the Iceman. Like, there's so much about Chuck that, reigns in your mind as an MMA fan. Like, you can't talk about MMA, and you definitely can't talk about UFC without talking about Chuck Liddell, especially in that light heavyweight division. He is iconic. The mohawk with the daggone tattoo in the back of the head, all that stuff is just iconic. I definitely have to put him on that list. Now, the fourth one is controversial just because, like I said, I named Quentin and then I named Boss. And that is Boss Rutan. Boss Rutan is my fourth. The reason why is just strictly off the body shots and the commentating. He's the first fighter that I know that went straight into commentating and honestly had a solid career and a great career as an analyst and as a commentator. Not to mention, he was a phenomenal fighter with amazing body shots. No matter if it was with his shin or if it was with his hands, it was bad. He had a great personality. The guy was dope. Throughout the world, everybody knows who Boss Rutan is, and that's hard to say because he didn't grow up in the internet era. So, and he's not from America. That's another thing. He's from New Zealand, Australia, whatever. He's from a whole other continent. He's not from here. But if you're an MMA, you know who Boss Rutan is. So he has a very, very cultured experience and influence in the MMA game. So he's easily going to be in my top 4 as well. But like I said before, it wasn't. I say easily, but it wasn't easy. I'm being facetious. But yeah, like I said, Boss Rutan definitely is in my top 4. So I have John Jones, I have Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz, and I have Boss Rutan. You guys tell me who you think is going to be in your light heavyweights, Mount Rushmore. Once again, there's probably some names I forgot. I also thought about putting Lyoto Machida because he did bring the karate game into it and gave them some shine. But like I said, just too many dogs in the light heavyweight division for me to name. But last up, we're going to do our heavyweight, and I cannot wait. That's going to be the next time we do this. But thank you guys for tuning in. Be blessed and have a great week.